It's about time I made a video on Bloxburg, man. If you don't know, Bloxburg is pretty much one of the most popular games on Roblox, like, ever. And in my opinion, unlike other games, like Blade Ball for example, which got their popularity even though they don't deserve it, Bloxburg is one of the few games, the few top Roblox games that I feel like has actually earned their spot, you know what I mean? Let's look at the stats for Bloxburg real quick. 4 million likes, 8 billion visits, 50k people playing this game right now, and I'm not even playing on peak hours. It's like 8, 9 in the morning. And the reason why I say this game is really good is because of the opportunities that you're able to get with the customization in this game. Any person who has played Bloxburg has known that you're able to create the most craziest houses possible. Now, some people may not really appreciate this whatsoever, but I do. I really do appreciate this. I'm not really an insider in the Roblox Bloxburg community, because look at this. This is literally my house. Like, I made this 15 minutes, like what, 4 years ago. But I've seen some amazing builds made by people in Bloxburg, man. This is one constant that Bloxburg has had throughout its entire career, is that they always are on the cutting edge in terms of customization. They pretty much, nowadays, they pretty much work in like the same level as The Sims even. I know that sounds crazy, but it is true. Okay, I probably want turkey, not gonna lie. If you just type out Bloxburg, you can literally see like the most craziest stuff. You would expect most of these builds, like for example this thing over here, you would expect this to be made in like Roblox Studio or Blender or something like that, but no, it's in Roblox Bloxburg. I think this is a universal experience for all Bloxburg players. I remember trying to copy like this house that I found on YouTube. There were these guides that showed you like this house and the builds and stuff, and I remember just copying so many of those builds, man. Because genuinely, there's some talented people out here. Literally everyone that I know has played Bloxburg has at least done this once. Like, look at this build right over here. Literally, this is amazing, bro. Like, you don't even have to be an architect, or you just need to have eyes and see like the possibilities that Roblox has given to Welcome to Bloxburg, man. Welcome to Bloxburg, for like the low price of 15 Robux, you're able to buy and get so many cool things and able to create so many amazing builds. I have a lot of friends that are part of like the Welcome to Bloxburg community, and I've always had so much pleasure just going inside the houses and making builds. Of course, I'm not really a person that makes builds myself. Like, literally, look at this house. Like, I got no talent for that whatsoever. But for the people that do have talent for this, they're insane at this. And so that's why I think, in my opinion, it's one of the best games. This is one of the best games on Roblox. But some people don't really agree with me. What really prompted me to make this video in the first place is this account called Welcome to Bloxburg Strike that I found on Twitter, just scrolling through Twitter randomly. I think the account has been removed. If I type in Bloxburg Strike, it doesn't really appear for anything, right? Yeah, the Bloxburg Strike is gone. Yeah, it's basically just disappeared. Oh wait, never mind, it's here. Basically, the whole motto of Bloxburg on Strike is that, I don't know, they just don't like the direction that Bloxburg is in right now. Basically, what they want to do is that they want to hold like some sort of council or some community feedback program, so the people are able to give out suggestions to other people. The reason why this dude is yapping about all of this in the first place is because this game, Welcome to Bloxburg, it was actually sold like a couple of months ago. It's been a year, actually. It was like late December 2022. It's almost been a year. It's now 15th of December as I'm recording this. It's insane. Time is moving so fast. Basically, Welcome to Bloxburg has been paid out by Embracer Group. And Embracer Group is basically just this publishing company. They publish other video games like Deus Ex, Tomb Raider, Borderlands, and if you haven't played any of these games, please go play them, bro. Tomb Raider 2013, Rise of the Tomb Raider, shout out to Tomb Raider, Borderlands 1, 2, 3, 4. You gotta play all these games, man. They're amazing. Anyways, so that means that Coeptus, like the original creator of Welcome to Bloxburg, he doesn't really have like the creative freedom anymore. Before this, he could do whatever he wanted to Welcome to Bloxburg, but now he doesn't really have like the final say in what happens and what goes in Bloxburg, basically. Any update that he did before this change in like 2022 will have been completely 100% done by Coeptus, but I don't think he really gets the creative freedom to do whatever he wants with the game anymore, considering Embracer Group literally has the rights to just hire whoever they want into Bloxburg. I mean, it was sold for $100 million. That's like generational wealth right there, so I don't really blame him for taking the money, to be honest. If I were to make a Roblox game or to make a YouTube channel and I was to sell it to someone else for like 100 mil, like I would also do that, because that is like crazy money right there. That's like 8 zeros, bro. And also, yeah, editing prof here, Coeptus got paid in cash as well, but also in shares, which is basically part of like he owns a bit of Embracer now. And that hasn't really worked too well for him. Because look at this chart right here. He got the shares in like January 1st, 2023. It was worth at like $48. Now it's at 28.9. But nah, shares is like a completely different game. It goes up and down. And I think if the new Tomb Raider or Borderlands games, if they do well, and the people at the top of Embracer's management stop messing up and dicking around, Conceptors might actually make way more money than 100 mil here. And also you can see here, Welcome to Bloxburg it's alone made 30 mil in profit after tax. Basically, this is like the money that you get like in your pockets, not without any tax or any bullshit holdings or whatever. This is 30 million inside of your pocket. 30 mil in like 18 months. Which means that for every single month in Bloxburg, it's making like $1 million a month, bro. What? What is going on here? And 100 million isn't really like a crazy number. AAA games, like most games that earn from Roblox, have like hundreds and thousands of people working under them. And so of course, the cost of making a AAA game will be significantly higher than the cost of creating a Roblox game, for example. Because I think this Roblox game, I feel like, I don't know, the concept just decide to work on this on like his free time or whatever. Maybe he hired a bunch of people to help him out. I think for the majority of Bloxburg's lifespan from like 2014 to 2022, it was like just a couple of people just working on this. Literally the most that Bloxburg would have cost to make is probably 100k, a million at the most. So 100 million is insane, because that's like 100 times of what Welcome to Bloxburg costs. Let's look at Shadow of the Tomb Raider's budget. Basically, it's another game held by Embracer. It's 75 to 100 million in cost. Eidos Montreal is the game studio behind this. This is like a professional studio with hundreds of animators, do this stuff professionally for like a salary and all that. It costs about 135 million to make, including development costs and promotion budgets and fees and all that. I'm telling you, they probably made less money compared to what Bloxburg did in its entire lifetime, man. And it's crazy because looking at this game, it's actually a very well made game by its own right, and probably a game like Bloxburg has probably made, I don't know, 5 to 10 times more money than it, and in Embracer's eyes, it's worth the same price. Alright, so let's go back to the community side of Bloxburg real quick. Basically, people have just been really unhappy with a lot of the updates that Bloxburg has pushed out in recent time, because most people actually like the updates that they have been doing. Actually, from what I've heard from the people who actually do play this game a lot, like my friends who play this game a lot, the updates that this new team that are working on Welcome to Bloxburg for like the majority of 2023 now, this new team is actually pretty decent. Because look at all these updates that they have been doing for Bloxburg for the past year or so, and most of them people were actually quite well received by the community. Of course, I can't really speak on this. This is just like secondhand experience from like what I've heard from people, but most people are generally okay with the updates that this new team has been doing. Bloxburg is #1 on trending because of the drama. This is insane, man. One of the biggest complaints is that a lot of the newer developers that were hired by Embracer to work on this project, none of them are really native to Roblox. Native to Roblox basically means it's like someone who has been playing this game ever since they were like a little kid, or someone who has been with Welcome to Bloxburg ever since they were like really young. Conceptors and Froggy Hops, whoever is behind Welcome to Bloxburg, they have a very intimate understanding of what is needed for this game, because they have been working on this for like a decade at this point. But a lot of these newcomers, they don't really understand the ins and outs of Bloxburg. So the updates they're going to make and the speed of which the updates are going to come out is going to be worse, which is actually a genuine problem. Like, I don't blame the people for saying this whatsoever, but right now it's like, so even though they're not really familiar with Roblox at all, like they've never played it before, they're actually still doing pretty well in my opinion. If it's not broke, don't fix it, because a lot of the updates that they're giving out right now is actually pretty decent actually. So if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? If we're going to be honest, Bloxburg is like one of the weirdest communities to have drama. Most of the people that I know that play Bloxburg are just nice people overall. I have coined this saying, it's like you can tell the personality of the Roblox player based on the last 6 games that he has played. And if Welcome to Bloxburg is like on your list consistently for like the last 6 Roblox games that you have played, pretty much I think you're like a peaceful person that has like a flair for artsy stuff. If you have something like, I don't know, the Strongest Battlegrounds, you're probably a psychopath or whatever. If you have a murder mystery chemistry to your NPC. You get what I mean? And so it's really funny to see this drama happen on a game like Bloxburg, because this community is like one of the most peaceful, less drama seeking communities I've ever seen on Roblox, man. And it's such a big community too. Usually when the games get really big, like Bloxburg level, there's like tens of thousands of people playing this game. Usually it gets really toxic. You just have to go into Bloxfruits to really see how toxic those games can be. But nah, Bloxburg is legit one of the biggest communities that also chill as well, which is like an anomaly, man. When is the broken family Bloxburg roleplay? Yo, nah, that is insane. From what I've heard from one of my friends, pretty much the only reason why people are pretty much complaining is because of improving the roleplay aspect of Bloxburg too much. They're adding things that don't really benefit the building, which is what most people are here for, I agree. But they're really improving the roleplay aspects of the game. And I'm really much fine with roleplaying. Like, I know some people find it weird and some people find it like a bit embarrassing to roleplay, but I'm just pretty much, it's whatever. Like, you can do whatever in your own time. And a lot of people don't actually like the roleplaying aspect of the game. But then the thing is, it's not that you have to choose roleplaying and building. You can be a roleplayer in this game, and you can be building in this game as well. It doesn't have to be one or the other. You don't have to choose. They're improving the roleplay aspects of the, and pretty much they have done a lot of things for building already. I think Conceptus has really already laid the groundwork for a lot of the building aspects of the game. Ever since like 2020 or 2021, you can make whatever house that you want in Roblox without having your performance crash or whatever like that. All of the buildings that you can make in Bloxburg are like 5 to 10 years ahead of what everybody else is doing on Roblox right now. Like, if you look at 2016 to 2017 builds in Bloxburg back in the old days, those builds still look really fresh now, because only then have most Roblox games really caught up to like 2016 2017 level Bloxburg builds. I know it's not easy to compare because, you know, Bloxburg is just a game about neighborhood and roleplay and community or whatever. It's not really comparable compared to like a normal game, but you get what I'm saying. The building in this game is already, in my opinion, almost complete, fully complete. I just can't think of anything that they want to update, to be honest. Or if there's any Bloxburg veterans, like, just tell me what kind of updates that they need, that Bloxburg needs in terms of like the building aspect, because I have no problem with them just upgrading the role-playing aspect, because role-playing is such a big part of this community as well. Every time I just play Bloxburg, there's always some dude role-playing. Okay, this is weird. This server is weird because there's no role-players in here for some reason, but generally in every server that you go to, there's at least a couple of people that role-play. Like, come on. Oh, I remember the days where I used to call. Yeah, that's fun. Pretty much, I think Creecraft's idea of like creating a council, I don't know who suggested it. I think it was Creecraft. He suggested like a council made up of experienced developers, builders, YouTubers, TikTokers, basically people who are really connected to the community. I'm sure as hell not in it. Basically people that know this game intimately, know this game really well. You know, have a council, decide and vote on updates on what they want to do next. Pretty much that would just solve everybody's problem. As simple as that. But that's up to the discretion of the developers. If the developers don't want to do that, you can't really force them to, because Embracer paid 100 mil. You didn't pay 100 mil, so you can't really say that. You can't really force a council to existence if they don't want it. But yeah, I need to get my Christmas house ready. I need to build a house on Bloxburg for Christmas, and I haven't gotten started on it yet. It's like, what? I only got a couple of days before. I need to go actually celebrate Christmas in real life and work on that as well. Okay, man. I'm gonna be really busy for the next few days. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here's a video that you can check out right here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.